Okay, let's cut the crap. If you're still paying hundreds for a Samsung Galaxy Tab, you're literally wasting money. Today we're checking out the best budget tablets that outperform them in almost every way, and you won't believe how cheap some of these are. These aren't gimmicks or hype. These are the best budget tablets trending right now that actually feel smoother, faster, and smarter than most Samsung models. Screens, battery, performance, they crush the Galaxy Tab without asking for your life savings. By the end of this video, you'll see which of the best budget tablets can replace your Samsung completely. And honestly, you'll wonder why you ever bought one in the first place. Lenovo Idea Tab Pro, the big screen underdog that delivers. The Lenovo Idea Tab Pro is one of those tablets that tech reviewers keep mentioning as a top pick for budget-conscious users who still want a high-quality experience. While Samsung's Galaxy Tab A models stick with smaller screens and middling performance, the Idea Tab Pro punches far above its weight. The first thing you'll notice is the 12.7-inch display with a 120 Hz refresh rate. Most budget Galaxy Tabs stick with 60 Hz panels that feel sluggish in comparison. Scrolling through menus, swiping between apps, or watching Netflix feels buttery smooth here. It actually feels like a tablet that's worth using. Inside, Lenovo equipped it with a MediaTek Dimensity chipset, plenty of RAM, and expandable storage. In real-world use, this means you can multitask, have multiple Chrome tabs open, run Spotify in the background, edit documents without lag or overheating. Battery life is solid too, around 10 hours of mixed use, which gets you through a full workday or binge session without panic over a dying battery. Lenovo didn't skimp on extras either. The optional keyboard folio is functional for typing longer documents, and stylus support makes taking notes or sketching PDFs feel natural. Cameras, 13-megapixel rear and 8-megapixel front, are more than enough for Zoom calls, Teams meetings, or casual selfies. The aluminum body gives it a premium feel. At roughly $270 to $300, this tablet quietly makes a Galaxy Tab A feel overpriced. Once you try it, paying extra for the Samsung logo feels unnecessary. OnePlus Pad Go 2. Smooth, affordable, and surprisingly capable. Next is the OnePlus Pad Go 2, which keeps popping up in discussions among tech enthusiasts as one of the best budget Android tablets right now. OnePlus didn't just slap a screen on this and call it a day. They actually tuned it to feel fast and responsive for real-world tasks like browsing, Netflix, TikTok scrolling, and casual productivity. The display is bright, crisp, and smooth, noticeably better than what you'll get on older Galaxy Tab models in the same price range. OnePlus also runs a clean version of Android, which makes multitasking simple. Splitting two apps side by side doesn't feel like a struggle, unlike many cheaper Samsung tablets. Inside, you get a mid-tier processor with around 8 GB of RAM, which handles multiple apps, Chrome tabs, and streaming smoothly. The battery comfortably lasts a full day of watching, reading, or working, and while it doesn't carry the Samsung brand, it delivers similar or better performance for a fraction of the price. If you're skeptical about buying a non-Samsung tablet, this one proves you don't need the logo to get smooth performance. Now we have the Xiaomi Redmi Pad 2. It is one that online communities and reviewers are raving about as one of the best budget tablets of 2025-26. It's a surprising entry because most people don't expect a budget tablet to feel this smooth and capable. The 12-inch 2.5K display is vibrant and sharp, making movies, gaming, and scrolling through social media feel premium. Under the hood, it runs a mid-tier Snapdragon processor with 4 to 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB storage, which handles multitasking, streaming, and light productivity with no hiccups. Compared to entry-level Samsung Galaxy Tabs, this tablet feels faster and more reliable in daily use. Where it really shines is in usability. Stylus support works well for note-taking or sketching, and the keyboard cover is actually comfortable for typing longer documents, something you rarely get in this price range. The battery life hits around 11 hours, so you can comfortably get through a full day without needing a charger. Build quality is surprisingly premium with an aluminum frame, and the speakers are surprisingly good for streaming shows or video calls. Price-wise, it lands around $300 to $350, offering better performance and features than similarly priced Samsung models. Now, the Realme Pad X is one of those tablets that's quietly taking the budget segment by storm. It doesn't have Samsung's brand hype, but in real-world use, it performs like it should cost twice as much. Tech reviewers and user forums consistently praise it as a solid alternative to the Galaxy Tab series, especially for multitasking, streaming, and productivity. The 11-inch WQXGA display at 2000 by 1200 is bright and sharp, and it's impressively smooth for a mid-range tablet. Watching movies, scrolling through social media, or gaming casually feels premium. It doesn't feel like a cheap knockoff the way some Galaxy Tab A models can. Under the hood, the Snapdragon 695 processor with 4 to 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes storage is enough to handle multitasking, split-screen apps, streaming, and note-taking without heating up or slowing down. Stylus support works well for sketching or annotating PDFs, and the optional keyboard cover is actually usable for typing longer documents, something you rarely get in this price range. The battery life hits around 11 hours, so you can comfortably get through a full day without needing a charger. Build quality is surprisingly premium with an aluminum frame, and the quad speakers make streaming shows or video calls more enjoyable. Pricing lands between $300 to $350, and honestly, this tablet feels like it outperforms Samsung Galaxy Tabs costing hundreds more. It's a practical, no-frills powerhouse that quietly outshines more expensive competitors.
Finally, we have the iPad 11-inch 2025 edition, which is trending as one of the best budget-friendly tablets of the year. Yes, it's Apple, but hear me out. This isn't the overpriced luxury device you might be imagining. For real-world use, it competes with Samsung's Galaxy Tabs while offering smoother performance, longer software support, and an ecosystem advantage that Android budget tablets just can't match. The 10.9-inch Liquid Retina display is crisp, bright, and extremely smooth, making browsing, streaming, and gaming feel high-end. Apple's A14 chip inside, paired with 4 to 6 gigabytes of RAM in this model, makes everyday tasks buttery smooth. You can have multiple apps open, scroll through Chrome tabs, run productivity apps, or edit documents without lag, something even mid-range Samsung tablets struggle with. Battery life sits around 10 hours, enough for a full day of mixed use, and accessories like the Apple Pencil 1st Gen and Magic Keyboard turn it into a real productivity device. Unlike budget Galaxy Tabs, this iPad runs iPad OS, which has exclusive apps optimized for performance and creative work. The build quality is premium aluminum, the screen is beautiful, and it doesn't feel budget at all, despite being far cheaper than Samsung's high-end options. For $350 to $400, it's one of the smartest buys for anyone looking for a tablet that actually feels like it belongs in 2026. So, there you have it, 5 tablets that make most Samsung Galaxy Tabs look overpriced and outdated. Honestly, if you're still dragging around a Samsung thinking it's the only option, you're officially behind the curve. These best budget tablets aren't just cheaper, they're faster, smoother, and more practical for real-world use. Screens that pop, battery that lasts all day, and multitasking that makes you want to throw your tablet out the window. If you're serious about getting the most bang for your buck, ditch the Samsung hype and grab one of these instead. Trust me, once you try them, going back to a Galaxy Tab will feel like a total waste of money.